Page 16, Club Jazz. It's a fun little piece if you can get the rhythm. It's a little tricky. It's got a lot of syncopation in it, but that's jazz. Let's look it over. It's, a page and a half long or so. Treble and bass clef. No sharps or flats in the key signature. Probably don't have that yet. That's all right. We do have an accidental here and there, or whatever. 4/4 time signature, and it has a pickup beat, so we're coming in on beat 4. And the last 3 beats, well, where are those? If you look around, you'll see they're nowhere. So, in my opinion, that's an error, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect how we play it. We're coming in on beat 4. The first 3 beats don't exist is a problem. Now, I'm going to kind of take both hands at the same time because of the rhythm. So at the beginning, the right hand is here, and the left hand is here. You're in G position. Now, 4 and 1, 4 and 1, all that together. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 4 and, 4 and. And then that's tied. If you take out the tie, it would be 4. That's it. That's what it would be. But with the tie, I'm just hanging on to it. Here. And then the left hand plays the chord on beat 2. 1, 2. So again, the first full measure. Here, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. And the right hand comes up. Now it's a rest. You do that again. Measure 5. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And again, if that rhythm is bothering you, take out the tie and play all the notes. 1 and 2 and 3. Just eighth notes. Is all. But with a tie, you're just hanging on to the note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Oh, what's going on in measure 7? All right, let's look at it. Well, the A is on beat 1. The next A in the left hand is on beat 2. The G sharp is on the end of 2. 2 and. And again, just take out that little tie and play all the notes. They're just eighth notes. 2 and 3 and 4. 2 and 3 and 4. That's all it is. But yeah, the tie, you're just hanging on to that. 2 and 3 and 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. All right, let's go down to measure 10. Quarter note's not bad, but then measure 11. 1 and 2 and that's tied. Or take out the tie, it's 1 and 2. There, but then put the tie in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Same thing here. So 1 and 2 and 3, or 1 and 2. Well, just tie it. 1 and 2 and 3. Now measure 16 is the same as measure 7 rhythm-wise. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So anytime this rhythm is getting to you, just take out those little ties and play all those notes for a bit, and then it starts to make a little more sense. And then you can put the ties back in. Now once you've got a handle on the notes and the rhythms and all, you're going to get rid of the hesitations. Keep it slow is fine, no hesitations. Then we'll think about the articulation. On the staccatos, I'm flexing at the wrist to short. I'm on the key and I'm bouncing off. Accent, bomb. Well, you do that anyway. That's part of interpreting music. It's a syncopated note. You expect this. That's what you expect. But I'm playing that D soon. That. And when you do that, you accent it. Typically. Yeah, so it's fine. Hold that down. Make sure you lift up with the right hand on these rests. Here, I can measure 5. I tend to want to accent the D. accent. Okay. Measure 10, connect that. Accent there. And on measure 11, connect that to measure 12. Here, connect that. So starting measure 11. So you do the articulation, and then we think about the dynamics. At the beginning, forte is loud. That's the right hand. The left hand needs to be in the background unless it has melody, like on that A, that's melody. And then soft, echo it. A little louder. Don't hold that A down, it's a quarter note. And then the accented note, the half note, in the first ending, if we had endings, I hope, because you got them here, that would be loud because of the accent. Keep the left hand in the background. And then loud. Okay. Measure 10, you're moderately soft, both hands. Whatever you think mezzo piano is. That makes the accented note moderately loud, because the accent takes it up a notch. And measure 16, you're going to back up to loud. Loud. Left hand's in the background. Now, speed-wise, moderately fast, but it's got to be accurate. But whatever you can do accurately. However, I'd like to do this in a jazz style. It's sort of club jazzy piece, and jazz has a particular style in the way it's played. And that is, we typically swing the counting in jazz. It's not 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Okay. We swing the counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Just do it. There's no notation for it. And there's no note to tell you to do it. It's just if you're playing jazz, do it. Of course, it only affects eighth notes because that's all we're swinging. So 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. See, on these, I measure 5, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. So it's like the first eighth note's a little longer, and this last one is short. 1 and 2 and 3. Now, it's very little eighth notes in here, so if you would prefer, if it's messing you up, then don't swing them, just do them evenly. But typically, you'd want to do that. Now, let's talk roadmap here, because this thing is a little weird. You have a reverse repeat sign toward the beginning, okay? And above the reverse repeat sign is that funky looking S, that weird looking thing, okay? Keep that in mind. Well, at the top of page 17, you have first, second, and third endings. You remember I told you before with an ending about anything goes, you just follow the numbers. So the first time through, you do the first ending, and the repeat sign sends you back to the reverse repeat sign there at the top of page 16. Then you do all that mess again. Then the second time, you skip the first ending because you've done it, you're done with it. You go to the second ending, the 2,3. That's the second and third endings combined. They can do that, and they do. The second ending, and when you finish that, then you go on to measure 10 and go down to the bottom of the page. Well, at the bottom of the page, they got that DS all fine. You already know what a DC all fine is, I hope. DS is similar to that, except instead of going to the beginning, you go to the sign, DS for sign. And that's what that funky looking S thing is at the above the reverse repeat sign. That's the sign, because the sign could be anywhere. So when you finish measure 17, you immediately jump back up here to the top of page 16 where the sign is, and you do all that again. And this time, this is the third time you played this now. Now you're going to do the third ending. And that's when you do the fine. They really should have a thin and thick bar line there at the fine, because that's the end of a piece symbol, and that's what it is. And instead they just give you the section break sign. Well, the point is, at the third ending, you're done. You're not going to do anymore. The piece is actually about twice as long as it looks. Let's play this together very slowly, just to check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do any dynamics. I'll try and do the accents if I can remember to, but just notes and rhythms. We're going to do all the repeats and the DS and all that stuff too. So I'll give us 3 counts because we come in on beat 4. And I'm going to go ahead and swing the 8th notes as best I can, but you can play them straight if you'd like. 1 and ready and go, and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and repeat. Second ending. Rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. To the sign. To the third ending. Rest. There's a duet for this at the bottom of the page. I'd like to play that. And you play what we just played. I'll give us 3 counts. Now the duet part, I'm going to adjust it a little bit, so try and keep the beat going. But I'll give us 3 counts, and I'm going to play these notes with you at the beginning, the pickup. I'll play those with you. But I need you to go up an octave on the keyboard. It'll sound better. So just pretend the middle C, instead of here, is here. And instead of here, play it up here. All up there. 1 and ready and go. And